My name is Zamaria Winston, and the name of my individual story is The Shadowed Heart. This is a story within the Family Affairs shared story world, which follows Corinne, a woman with a passion for crime, and two women, Corinne's daughter Remy and Detective Shima. In playing all the games of the story world, the player will discover the true connection between these three women, which is that Detective Shima is Remy's twin, that was abandoned by Corinne at birth. While the other stories have plots focusing on Remy and Shima as adults, my story takes place in the past when Remy is a child. Because of this distinction in time, my story relies heavily on spatial strategies, where the player can discover clues to decipher the truth behind the characters' relationships, and temporal strategies that show how time affects the actions of the player later on. My story begins with Corinne preparing to go on a heist. Her exit is stalled when she finds Remy's teddy bear in her heist bag. The information the player receives is dependent on whether they choose to put the teddy bear down in the living room or in Remy's bedroom. The living room provides concrete evidence about the existence of an abandoned twin, while Remy's room provides insight into Corinne's past via flashbacks, which imply an abandoned twin. At the end of the exploration in each room, there is dramatic agency when Remy is awoken and confronts Corinne to prevent her from leaving. Entering the living room, the player has the option to click on a few objects. Choosing to explore any of these objects brings up questions of a third member of the family, but some items provide more information than others. As a player, you have the opportunity to navigate back to another object after viewing one. However, this is a temporal strategy that will cause you to lose time, making you less patient and more neglectful during Remy's confrontation. This is one of the living room endings. If the player chooses to only explore one object, the confrontation with Remy will end on a more positive note. Entering Remy's room, spatial exploration is granted through the messy areas that must be tidied up. Choosing any one of these options will result in a flashback that hints towards the missing twin, but mainly serves as a reminder of Corinne's guilt from giving up her child. Replay is motivated in my story because the player cannot tidy up every area in the same gameplay, so the player may want to play again to experience every flashback. Once Remy is awake, the player's choice of dialogue will result in either a happy or distressing ending, based on how much comfort the response brings.